What's going on, boys? Mountain Hunter. Man, I know it's been a while. I've missed you guys, but you know that whole work and life and making money thing. I've just not had a chance to ride. Not a whole lot's been going on, but I wanted to give you guys a quick update since we're starting to roll into summer on the old Rubicon. Well, boys, it is official. I have wrecked the damn Rubicon. And I know it's really hard to tell from looking at it now because she's already been fixed, but I'll give you the short version of actually what happened. It was during his back and hunting season. I think it was the last couple days of muzzleloader. I want to say it was mid-late December, something like that. So I had my muzzleloader on, and I was going up a trail that typically I always go down. It's a real steep, rocky creek bed, just a nasty, shitty spot. Now, I'd been down it probably, I don't know, 5-6 times. And it, I always have to slow down and take my time. But on this day, I came up it from the other way. I put her in 4 low, locked the differential, and up we went. Well, she went all right. She went straight up the side, and front end came right back on me. And luckily, I was quick enough to jump off, put my feet on the seat, and kind of push off to keep it from coming back on my damn head. But this rack, I don't know how well you guys can see this. There's a nice little dent in it right here. Kind of hard to see, but that thing saved my ass, because that guy right there lodged up on a rock and kept that four-wheeler from coming back on top of me, and it could have been really, really bad. Busted my elbow pretty good. I thought I had broken it, but the adrenaline was pumping. I didn't really feel it till 4 or 5 minutes afterwards, but ended up it was fine. Nothing was broke. But the situation, after I got back and I sat and thought about the situation, how much worse it could have been. So having said that, I've changed a lot of the way I do things, as far as letting people know where I'm going, putting my maps on and sending my location to at least 2 people. Because if I would have got back there and flipped over, my head would have hit a rock in that creek bed. Shit, man, I would have still been laying there. Raccoons and shit gnawing on my head. But it could have been bad, but it actually turned out pretty good. So just structural damage. This whole fairing right here, or fender, whatever you want to call it, completely crushed. This was crushed. This back end was crushed right here. This whole side was crushed in, and this one wasn't too bad. But yeah, this little thing right here saved my ass, man. If this wouldn't have been back on here, it wouldn't have had any leverage on that rock, and this thing would have come right back on top of me, man. Those handlebars, that damn display would have been right on my forehead. It'd have been a bad day. But so what it ended up doing is doing a little cosmetic surgery on the Rubicon, replace this whole fender, both sides, brand new fenders from Honda. You can imagine that's pretty cheap. I got this seat. I don't know if you guys remember or not, but I was shooting an AR one day, and being smart like I was, I laid the barrel touched the seat, burned a big hole in it. Still worked fine, not a big deal, but I figured, you know what, if we're doing brand new fenders, and I had the seat recovered. Man, she's great. Had that done here locally, fairly cheap, and turned out great. But let's see where we're at as far as mileage and hours. All right, this damn sun is right in my face, of all places. All right, we are 1,003 miles and 240.5 hours. So we still have, from the last oil change, kind of hard to see, that sun and that dust, 303 miles to oil change, or 32 hours. You can see that little wrench up there. That guy will illuminate when it needs it, so you don't really need to check it if you don't want to. But other than that, the tires we got last year, these guys are doing great. They still look, other than being nasty, I mean, they still look brand new. Of course, we never really ride it on the highway much, so if you guys are interested or just, you know, tire shopping, these Bighorn Maxxis, man, these are super impressive. I think they've got an updated version out now that I have on my side by side, but I just like these big, meaty lug original Bighorns. Yeah, so other than that, moving on to the lighting. Lighting still works great, no issues. I'm amazed I have not cracked this. I drive this damn thing through the trees, through limbs. I mean, I beat the living dog shit out of it. I'm so glad the finish on this bar is held up. I mean, there's a couple little scratches, but nothing that the finish hasn't come off, and there's no rust or anything like that. And I've beat it up. I don't know how well that comes through, but I beat her up pretty good. I definitely don't take it easy on it. But let's go ahead and fire these guys up so you guys can see. Out fronts still working great. Can't believe those $50 Amazon lights still work. I'm actually amazed. See, the rear ones still work. Let me tell you guys, man, these rear lights are great. If you have the option and you've got a little extra money to do it, man, it just makes life so much easier when you're backing up, or you're loading a deer, you're doing anything behind you, or you're backing into even backing into a dark garage. It makes a huge difference. I mean, that red light puts off a little bit, but those two little LEDs I want to say they were $40 for two of them. I mean, hell, you can't beat that, man. But other than that, everything's good. She runs fine, not a single hiccup. Even after the crash, I let the four-wheeler sit. It was sitting straight up. I couldn't move it. I physically could not move it. It was that jammed into the rocks and into the creek bed. We had to I had to walk out, which was a couple of miles, because of course, the place you have a wreck, you don't have any cell signal. It's just you, man. It's just all you. But walked out and got a little hand jack and came back, a little come along pulley, and luckily got her out enough and went back the way that I came. But the four-wheeler was straight up and down, and I could smell gas. Man. It was coming out somewhere on the bottom, and I think, to be honest, I really don't remember. I just remember smelling gas really bad. And I was like, hell, I don't even know if this son of a bitch will leave and start. But as soon as I got it back down and turned back up, you know, right side up, she fired right up. It's like, man, that's why you buy a Honda. That is why you buy a Honda. And she was beat up pretty bad. I wish I had took some pictures for you guys, but I didn't end up taking any. But you can see she looks brand new. Everything's running just fine. She's not skipped a beat. She's got home. None of the suspension, as far as I know of, none of the suspension was damaged. Thank goodness, because I knew that shit would be expensive as it was. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little update, man. Nothing crazy, but yeah, she's officially been wrecked now. Your boy Mario Andretti wrecked the goddamn Ferrari. If you know what movie that's from, that's extra bonus points. But hopefully I'll talk to you guys soon, man. Mountain Hunter, I'm out.